Hello there, what is going on everybody? Commander and Padawan Ahsoka Tano is available for pre-order for Star Wars Legion, and we have a little bit of information about her expansion pack as far as release date, pricing, and possibly some hints at the contents based on the website's description, although there's definitely some questions there. We're going to talk about that, as well as two other expansion packs, Rebel Troopers and Stormtroopers, that are also available. Definitely leads to some questions, but also gives us a potential insight at what we may see in these expansions. If you guys are new here to the channel, be sure to stick around, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway, so if you want to have a chance to enter to win that, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. I want to know what you think about this new expansion. What are your hopes for it? What do you want to see Ahsoka Tano do in Star Wars Legion? What do you want to see her have? Hopefully we'll get a preview at Adepticon, which is next week. Can you believe it, everybody? Next week. Let's jump over into this pre-order page. This is over at store.asmodee.com, and of course they do have this up for pre-order right now at $29.99. It is 2 models in the box. And so that's not necessarily a bad price if you're getting 2 models in a box. I don't think we're going to see too many more expansions where we only get a single model in a box anymore. It's not good for store shelves. It's not good for everything. This is definitely just the way to go. And so yeah, we got Commander and Padawan Ahsoka Tano here for the Republic. This is not going to be compatible with the Rebellion. You already have Ahsoka Tano for the Rebels. Of course, if you want to swap out models or whatever, I mean, for casual games, I don't think anybody would mind if you wanted to do some cool stuff like that. It could be fun things if you have a preference for your Ahsoka Tano. But if you're playing in a tournament, make sure you clear it with the TO and your opponent first and have that original model on hand just in case. So here's the description. It says, SWQ for Star Wars Legion 22 brings the long-awaited Commander Ahsoka Tano and Padawan Ahsoka Tano to the battlefield of Star Wars Legion. From the Clone Wars animated series, Ahsoka grew to become a fan favorite and battle-hardened leader of the 501st Legion. This character expansion is an exciting release which brings a variety of new rules, army, options, and strategy to Star Wars Legion. For Galactic Republic players, this will work well with their existing armies and miniature options. All that being said, it does certainly imply that she will also go into the 501st. I mean, if she's not part of the 501st, you know, why even bother specifying that? So hopefully this is also a sign that we're going to see more updates to existing battle forces, and maybe even new Battle Force boxes. Of course, that's me reaching just a little bit. I'll admit that because that's kind of how my brain works. I try to read between the lines for everything. It's a blessing and a curse for sure. It does say 2 miniatures, 2 bases, 1 unit card, 3 command cards, an upgrade card, a punch sheet, and an insert sheet. The thing that is kind of telling about that is it says 1 unit card and 3 command cards, which is kind of typical, and 1 upgrade card. Now, they usually don't put upgrades in boxes anymore. I don't think we're going to see an upgrade that says Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers or something like that. I don't think we're going to see that. It seems like we're not going to be able to run, Commander Ahsoka Tano and Operative Ahsoka Tano, or either, I should say, or Operative Ahsoka Tano. It seems like we're going to be able to run a version of Ahsoka Tano that is on her own and as a commander, because it does say commander. And then with Padawan, it seems like she would probably be a heavy or something like that can go into clone trooper units or something to that effect. That's the guess for the upgrade card. Of course, there's always the chance that this description that you see here is incorrect, because I would say at least half of the new products that have come out, maybe more than half, have had an error in some way, whether it was miniatures on the wrong bases in the artwork, or whether it was this includes, like, when Shadow Collective came out and or Rook Cast was supposed to be in the Mandalorians, and they took her out and said no, she's only going to be in the, and then like they redid the box art because she was on the box art for there, and we've seen all kinds of incorrect content things. There's always been sometimes it said something was a heavy and it was a support, or vice versa. These are wrong an awful lot of the time, which is weird. And it's also, it's highly suspicious that they don't, or sus, if I'm going to be young and fresh, that they don't have the back of the box, but yet they have the side of the box. Like, why do we have the side of the box here? Okay, so here's the models. So she's this is the dual lightsaber, probably Commander Ahsoka Tano, and then we have like young, like, you know, season 1 or the Clone Wars the movie, right? We have little snips here. That's the Padawan version, and then the 2 lightsaber version, right? So a little bit older Ahsoka. So now we're gonna have 3 versions of Ahsoka in the game. We've got the Rebel version, which is the fulcrum of the older adult Ahsoka, and maybe even more depending on how you know, we see her gain more popularity with Ahsoka the series and season 2 being worked on right now, and really eager for that. So I don't think this is the last Ahsoka we'll see for Legion. So that's pretty cool. Weird thing about the box art though, like, is it just me, or does her lips just look like, it almost looks like she's got a cold sore? It looks like it looks kind of like swollen lips, and maybe that's just, as they zoom in a little bit more, I don't think that's the case. I think it was the case of it being a little bit pixelated and truncated. When I look at it right there, when it, like without zooming in, it looks like her lips are kind of swollen. It looks like she's angry or like kind of disgusted. She's like, "What? They only gave me 1 unit card?" Or that was my face after, you know, finding out Atomic Mass Games was getting all these Star Wars games from Fantasy Flight. It's like, what? So that's my face. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think do you think that this description is actually correct, or do you think we're gonna get like you know, a Padawan and a Commander version? If this is correct, it seems like we'll only have the unit card and then the upgrade card. Now, interesting thing is, you know, if we have those 3 command cards and Ahsoka Tano is in the unit, if she's a heavy in a unit, would this be the first time where somebody could potentially issue orders while not having a unit with their name on it, but rather being an upgrade from a unit? I wonder if we'll see a rules update to that to allow that, or if that's already legal per rules as written. I'm sure there'd have to be some kind of ruling made on it. If she's just a Padawan, could she still issue command cards if she is in fact becoming just an upgrade to a unit? I'm not really sure how that would play out. I don't think it would work. I think the unit has to match, not just an upgrade. So, of course, we are on the verge of the second half of the Star Wars Legion 2.0 rules rollout, which has been a year in the making, or actually multiple years in the making, where they're giving us parts of the rules every 6 months or so. So we're going to get some previews at Adepticon and probably outline a little bit more about how this works, as well as the full rollout, which is supposed to be in April at some point. Of course, we'll be bringing you coverage of all of that. We also have 2 more expansions to look at briefly. Jumping over to the Rebel Troopers. We already have Rebel Troopers. Not a whole lot of new stuff here, but you get a look at what the box is going to look like for the Rebels. This one is going to be a $50 pack, but you are getting 11 models in here, which seems to be kind of the standard, which is actually a pretty good price if you look at it cost per model. That's not a bad price. If you look at it as in, I already have Rebel Troopers, but I want to get, you know, the new stuff, or I only need 1 more, then it's because you're kind of being forced to buy 2. Then it might not be that great. But overall, it seems like it's pretty good. We do have 2 weapons in here. So this one also says you're getting 11 miniatures, 11 bases, 1 unit card, 2 upgrade cards, which is really weird that this... See, again, what was I just saying? These descriptions are usually wrong, right? 2 upgrade cards? They have to be more than 2 upgrade cards in here. You have the heavy, you have the other heavy, you have the personnel, and you have the mega unit. So at minimum, you have to have 4, right? What does they mean 2 upgrade cards? That's really weird. And then if we look in the back of the box here, this one says 11 cards. I'm sorry, 11 miniatures, 7 cards. See how easy it is to make mistakes? I just did one right there. So again, I get that there are mistakes here. I'm not trying to crucify them over it, but before, you know, have somebody proofread it before you put it to print. So we got 4 upgrade cards, then the unit card, which would make 5 cards. So this says 7 cards. My thought is it should be 5 cards. I'm looking at 5 cards here. We've got all the basic Rebel Troopers. We got the leader. We've got what looks like the ion gun right here. And it looks like we've got that range 4 gun. I think it's that range 4. I forget the nomenclature for that one, but it looks like we do lose the Z6, which is my favorite Rebel Trooper. Definitely my favorite weapon appearance in the entire game. The Z6 is my favorite gun in the whole game because I like 6 dice is just I'm always going to lean towards more dice, even if they're white, just because it's fun. And I think having fun is more important than than playing math. I like rolling fistfuls of dice. It's just beautiful. So I want all my Rebel Troopers to have Z6s. And then, what was the other one? We're missing another one too. But the Z6 is the one that... Yeah, so we're only getting 2. And we're going to see the same thing with the Stormtroopers. As we jump over to the Stormtrooper pack, we're losing some Stormtrooper options in here as well. We're getting... so this one also says... this one says 6 upgrade cards and 1 unit card. Whereas the Rebels say 2 upgrade cards and 1 unit card. Again... There's clearly a mistake. There's clearly at least one mistake on these web pages. Whether or not this is correct, who knows? I don't think this is correct. I don't think you're going to get only 1 unit card for 2 miniatures. What I think would be really cool, again, ideally here, 2 unit cards, a Padawan for an operative and the commander for commander, and then give the Padawan version also a upgrade version where she can then go into a clone unit or something like that. Maybe Anakin has to be in the unit for her to go in it. Maybe it's 501st only. Something like that. I think that would be really cool. They don't have to put Battle Force specific cards in these boxes because those can be just print and play or what have you. But that would be kind of cool. That's what I'm kind of hoping they do there. But yeah, so we jump over to the Stormtrooper pack. This has 6 upgrade cards, which of course with the 1 unit card would make 7 cards. So if the back of this box is correct. Whoops. Zoom in. There we go. 11 plastic miniatures, 7 cards, 1 token sheet, 1 insert sheet. If this is true, I wonder what the other 2 models are. Again, we have a rocket launcher, and then we have that big ol' was the 4 white critical 1 weapon there. So yeah. So we lost the DLT, and then of course the big kind of Tommy gun. I'm terrible on my nomenclature. That's the one I like the best. The 1 red, 3 white. But yeah, and so I don't even look at my guns for nomenclature. I look at them via picture. That's why another reason I'm not a big fan of like the upgrade cards losing all the art, because I'm gonna have to look at. I'm not gonna recognize them. I'm used to like sight, like looking at upgrade. It's like that one. And now I have to read everything, and I don't even read books. I do Audible, and I do audiobooks there. If only I had like a sponsorship with Audible and like a little code and a link, then I could be like, by the way, this is the time to talk about our sponsor, Audible, and you can get something free by clicking the link in the description below. But I don't have that. I don't have that set up. So anyway, before I ramble too much, that is the look at the new stuff. Stormtroopers, we got, these are all new sculpts. Also 11 models, also $49.99 pre-order, also due out in May. May 16th is when all 3 of these are going to be coming out. This is a slow eventual rollout, but it's good to have these guys coming back in stock. Hopefully, maybe the other 2 unit cards or the other 2 miniatures. And I mean, I don't know why the models aren't there. Or the other 2 upgrade cards. Maybe you'll still be able to use your Z6 with the Rebels. Maybe you'll still be able to do stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe they're going to put those models in a separate Rebel Trooper upgrade expansion pack. What's going to be the case of all the stuff that came in the Stormtrooper upgrade pack? What's going to be the case of all the stuff that came in the Rebel Trooper upgrade pack? I don't know where the fate of those miniatures is going to lie. Wilshick did say that some things didn't make the cut from edition change to edition change. So there are going to be some things that are going to have to sit on the shelf either permanently or for an undetermined amount of time. But for the most part, everything else will come over. So I don't expect to lose a whole lot of stuff, although it would be a shame if I had to lose my Z6. Although I think in that case, maybe they'll just shift it to a different platform. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Again, I'll be very eager to see all the news as it comes out between Adepticon and the April update. It'll be pretty interesting. Let me know some of your thoughts down in the comments section below. That's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing. And as always, may the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. And always wash your socks.